Hey, this is Brant with Vintage Statements, and today we've got a pile of wood. Now this pile of wood is going to become a 6-foot farm-style kitchen table and 1 farm-style bench. So follow along as we turn this into something pretty amazing. Alright, up first we're going to cut our 4x4 legs for the kitchen table. We like to make our tables 31 inches tall, so our legs are going to be 29.5 inches long. So we're just going to cut 4 of those out right now. Alright, up next, we're going to cut our 6-foot table top. So I've pre-selected which side I like the most, so this is going to be the top. I went to both ends, looked for defects or cracks in the wood. I cut off one end to make it nice and clean and give us a starting point. So from that point, we're going to go 6 feet, mark it, and cut the other end. Alright, here's kind of a mock-up of the 4-post legs. Now we've got to build the subframe for it. So 6 feet, these are 3.5 inches wide each. We want an inch on each side. So we're going to cut our frames here 63 inches. So only one way to do that is to get to work. So let's begin. Alright, we got our 63 inch in. Now we got to determine the width here. We got 38 inches minus 7 for our post, and we're going to have an inch on each side. So we're going to cut these pieces 29 inches. So follow along as we do that. Alright, we've got all of our pieces cut now. We went and marked a T and an I, top and inside, to determine what's going to be facing out, what's going to be top. Then we went in and drawn a couple lines where our top's going to attach to it. So that's our next step, is that we're going to use the Craig to drill our holes. So that's it. Okay, so we've already done this piece together to kind of show you what we've done. We've clamped it together and we've screwed it in on both sides. Now we're going to do our 63-inch runners for our sides. Alright, we have our frame built. Now we've got to build our cross members. So 32 7/8. We put our Craigs in it. Now what we're going to do is clamp it into place where we want it, screw it into the subframe, and we'll basically have this piece done, ready to be sanded. Next, we'll start working on the bench. Alright, a sneak peek with the top on. We still got to sand it, we still got to stain it, we still got to put it together, but looks pretty nice already. Next, let's start on the bench. Alright, let's start with the legs first. We want 17 inches high, so we're going to cut the legs 15.5 with the top being 1.5 inches. So let's begin. Up next, we've got the top for the bench. So we have a space for 63 inches. We're actually going to make the bench 60 inches. That gives it plenty of room on both sides to slide under the table. So we're going to mark it off, get it cut, and we'll start working on building the frame next. Alright, up next, we're going to cut our edges and then our middle pieces here. So we know it's 60 inches. We're going to do the same thing that we did with the top. So we're going to subtract 9 from that to give our 1 inch and to give space for our 4x4s. So we're going to cut these 51 inches next. Alright, we've got them all cut. We've got all of our Craig drill marks in. Now we're just going to assemble the frame so we can do the sub-cross beams, and then we're almost done and on to sanding. Alright, we've got our cross beams cut. We've got them cragged. I even got the screws started. Got it clamped into place. All I'm going to do is screw them down and we'll have this subframe ready to go to be sanded. Alright, we are ready to start sanding. So we're going to start with the 2 bases, then we'll do the tops. Alright, we're all done. We have it waxed. Next is to put it in the back of the truck and deliver it to our customer's house. It's already been bought, ready to go. Dark walnut, 6 foot with 1 bench. Hopefully you guys like this. Subscribe to our channel, like us on Facebook and Instagram, and maybe we'll have some more projects for you in the future.